Welcome back to the Designer's Guide to Electrofolio. Part 8. How to edit the MyWork layout. With this tutorial you will learn how to edit the position, size and style of the elements in MyWork levels. Note this section doesn't affect typefaces, colours or backgrounds. Let's have a look how the example site layout is at the moment. This is the portfolio level of MyWork. Let's go inside a portfolio. Now we can see 5 galleries. This is the classic layout. The thumbnails are aligned depending on the number of items on the screen. Each layout is different. If you have more items than will fit on the screen, it will automatically show the scroll buttons. Now let's say you want to experiment with the layout and try to make something more suitable to your taste. For this, let's go from the main menu to Template Settings. This panel is the MyWork layout. Let's see which layouts are available to use. Here we have a long list with pre-made layouts to use with MyWork. The image on the left represents the portfolios and galleries levels, which look the same when picking a template. But if you edit them, you can make them look very different. On the right-hand side, we have one single gallery where our slides will be shown. This first option is the classic layout. This is a special layout. If you want to edit it, the system will pick the layout with 9 items on the screen and will convert it to an editable standard layout. Let's view more layouts. You can try them by saving and then previewing the site. Notice that every time you update your layout, the thumbnails need to be updated to the new resolution. This process takes a while. The more slides you have, the longer it will take. Let's view some of them. OK, let's pick this one to edit. Enable this checkbox and click Proceed. Let's first edit the galleries level. Select the option first. Edit Layout. This page lets you modify the selected layout. Let's modify it completely to create a totally different one. To start, click anywhere on the current layout to enable the editor. A set of boxes appears. They represent each editable element. You can roll over each item to find out what it is. This is the area where thumbnails are displayed. This box represents an individual thumbnail, and this is its label. This thin area is the thumbnail separation. Here is the title of the selected level on MyWork. Here is information relevant to the selected item. Its title, description, mini navigation. Click Preview. See? Great. Go back to Edit mode and let's edit the thumbnails area. First, let's say we want to make these thumbnails square. We have to pull the handles until we get the correct shape. Like this. Now let's reposition the text label so it sits underneath the image. Note you can use the arrow keys on your keyboard to move and resize elements as we do in the Pages editor. OK, we can see there are 4 thumbnail boxes here. That means that on the live site we would see 4 elements with that layout. Let's check it out. We don't need to go to the live site to check. The preview works straight from this editor. We can see the 4 square elements. They are too close together. Let's separate them a bit more. Click to edit. See this grey box here? This is the thumbnail separator. Its function is only to limit the area of one single element, including thumbnail and text label. Let's make it wider. Preview. Good, it looks better now. This area here, called Thumbnails area, contains the elements. By stretching it, we can decide how many elements we want to fit on the screen by determining how many columns or rows there are. Let's modify its size and see how many thumbnails are represented on screen. Now, instead of changing the area, we edit the thumbnail size. Let's make them smaller and see how many we can fit. See? With Instant Preview it should be easy. Let's reposition the thumbnails group. You do this by dragging from the grey area or from any of the faded thumbnails. Let's look at the more advanced options. If you look at the Design Editor panel, you have access to additional options, like here for example. We have a tick box to toggle the label display. This will let you hide the labels from the thumbnails area, like this. Let's keep them disabled. Scroll direction is only used when there is more than one page of elements. This will let you scroll vertically or horizontally when pressing the navigation buttons. The tween type is the animation that will play when the thumbnails appear on the screen after loading. These two options are only previewable from the Live Site Preview button. Feel free to experiment with them. Let's move to individual thumbnail options. Click the thumbnail image. This is the image radius that will control the shape of the corners of the thumbnails. This one will affect how strong the glow is when selecting an item. Let's make it strong and preview it. See? Maybe it's too strong. Let's reduce it a little bit. Looks better now. Let's carry on. These two buttons are the navigation buttons and will only appear when there is more than one page of elements. They will automatically display the next and backed symbols centered in the area. You can make them round or square with this slider. Let's modify them a little bit. This box is the main title, where it shows the name of the current level of MyWork. You can position it anywhere, but if you want to change the text size, you will need to go to Font Sizes from the Template Settings menu. The same applies to secondary title and description, where it shows the name and description of the selected item. This box is the mini navigation information. It can only be repositioned. Let's have a look at what we have done. Good, it looks nice. Let's save it. A pop-up appears warning us that if we increase the sizes, the images might look pixelated. This means that the system will stretch the current thumbnail images to fit to the new sizes. To get round this problem, you can click the button to regenerate them or leave them as they are if you plan to edit the layout further. This process might take a few minutes. Now let's edit the slides. Level Layout. Let's go back to the Layout Editor menu. Select Slides and click Edit Layout button. This works in a very similar way to the Gallery's layout editor. There are two new boxes. Preview Image, which shows a preview of any slide when you roll over a thumbnail, and the Pay button, which shows a PayPal button on a slide if you are using that feature. Remember, some items can be changed completely. For example, let's get rid of the preview and make it work as a small thumbnail instead. Let's transform the thumbnail's navigation into bigger images. Let's speed up the process. Let's see how that looks. Very nice. It looks good like that, but look at the images. They look pixelated now. Let's sort out that problem by updating the images. Press Save. Update. Wait for a bit. Finished. Let's preview this again. Now the images look good. Let's see how the live site looks. It looks good. All the levels of MyWork have now been changed. Congratulations, you now have the knowledge to make your site look unique. In this tutorial we have seen just one example of how you can use this tool. In the future we will add new options and elements. Happy editing and thanks for watching.